brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the whistle goes for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
The Netherlands looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. João Neves, now it's Martinez, and it's Neves. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Llorente did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. João Neves. Rodgers. Højlund. Martinez. Is there any support? He might not need it. Foul right on the edge of the box. It could go either way here. The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. He's having a good look here. A real chance then to ease this unpleasant predicament. Martinez! And one more try! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Oh, easy pickings there. João Neves looking to pass their way up the pitch. Bellingham. Bellingham! Oh, split-second reaction.
Bellingham really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rodgers with the short one. Looking for options for movement. And he decides to cross it. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Dembele currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And the shot! And that's a tidy finish! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless.
Substitution for Netherlands, number 26.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Just 1 in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Number 24, Hadrian.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Oh, what has happened here? Vitinha. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Tchouaméni, And it's Bellingham. Hoyland. Oh, well played. Deftly away.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Couldn't squeeze it through. The Netherlands are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Brilliantly cut out.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pulisic.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Van Dijk. Bellingham. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Substitution for Netherlands. Number
So
8.
changes afoot here,
Tremaine.
and from both sides.
Number 17. Vitinha. Coming on the field.
He's a
Number
sharp little
11,
ball here.
Locatelli.
He's found a way
Number
through.
7, Bruno
And the
Fernandes.
shot's on here.
Substitution.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And here's Thuram. And this is Dembele. Chance for a shot! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
They've played it short, showing good feet. And here's Llorente, and here's Yildiz. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Chelsea really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves...
Oh no, what has happened here? Van Dijk is the guilty party there. Quickly taken. Bruno Fernandes. Mendes, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Tries to pass it through. Kvaratskhelia! And no mistake. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Number 2.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see the more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Has been indicated.
No, he wasn't going to be fooled. And here's Thuram. Pulisic.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Mendes gets over and intercepts. Yildiz. And that will be the final act. The Netherlands are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi everyone. The excitement has really picked up now and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Potw Ta. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Martinez. Well, that looks a decent ball. No way through, so back it comes. Now, can they get him away? Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Thuram. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Tries to pass it through. Nice interception, well timed. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Knocks it into space, and he's picked out the run. Konate. It's Bellingham. Yehi. Pressing hard. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Rodgers with the foul. And it's Mendes. Marmoush. That's the keeper's ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh no, this does not look good. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game. Promising one. Look at the space. Højlund! In he goes again! He's delivered all right! Chelsea have taken the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down. Deserved goal.
Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Martinez tries to play it through. Yehi defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. The Netherlands are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's under a lot of pressure there. Tchouaméni. And Rodgers. Oh, nicely intercepted. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Højlund. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
This is the time you need that pace.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass. Bellingham cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Shapes to shoot! And no mistake. They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Here's a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! A finish right from the top draw! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
The Netherlands leading now.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That is very well defended. Thuram is onto this.
Thuram really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Højlund. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well cleared. So a temporary halt to the action. The Netherlands have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think we're seeing a very good example of what to do when you're a man light. Some of the covering play has been hugely impressive, and that owes a lot to focus and discipline, which have been top-notch, of course, since the sending off.
The Netherlands are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. So the action resumes. Chouameni. And here's Thuram. Oh, shooting chance! And he can thump it away. Rodgers aims beyond the defence. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's had it taken off him. Now it's Bellingham. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Out towards the flank. Thinks about the shot. And here's Thuram. Can he get on the end of... Chance, surely! And he hits the net. And this is getting better and better.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Dembele.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this. The Netherlands are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Plenty to aim at here. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Thuram! Just cruising! They are cruising! And with that, he takes home the match ball. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Nice interception, well timed. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. Rodgers charging forward, the ball at his feet. Martinez. Oh, nice one too, very nice. That's a little off target. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being...
Decent chance! Goal, the Netherlands! And it's the Netherlands who take the lead. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Vitinha. Always goal side. Rodgers.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Neves. No, he's not getting his way this time. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Nuno Mendes. Bellingham. João Neves. Indica. Tries to pass it through. João Neves. The Netherlands are benefiting from a lot of movement up front, are they not?
Yeah, and if you're looking to play people in with passes from midfield, you really need willing runners who aren't looking to just get to the defensive line, but to go beyond it.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's a searching pass. It's come to nothing. Rodgers. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And he's intervened well there. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni ploughing through the middle. And that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Martinez. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, what has happened here? Martinez finds himself offside. And that has left him in a heap. Played into space. Nuno Mendes. Marmouche. Picked out brilliantly. Shot a goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Indica. Rodgers. Now Martinez. Now it's Højlund. Konate. Bellingham. Given the lift of his goal. And it's Bellingham. Marmouche. Van Dijk. Rodgers. Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. João Neves.
The Netherlands really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Mendes cuts it out. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And here, chance! And he can thump it away. It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Martinez. He's in a good position here. And it's Neves. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rodgers.
The Netherlands have really been terrific
There will
at
be
snuffing
1
out the
minute
threat.
added time.
Now for something different.
Lovely, now, and he shoots! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. The Netherlands up by one
Please
goal
join
at the
me
halfway
in
point.
wishing all the best for members of
Yeah, I
our
like the
fan
fact
club
that there was a
celebrating their
genuine
wedding
flow to this
anniversary
game,
today.
as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
The Netherlands have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And we are back underway.
The Netherlands definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Chouameni, and it's Neves.
The Netherlands are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Rodgers, Gehi kept his eye on it, and he's there. This is a promising build-up. Great vision. Rodgers. And he welcomes it. Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Martinez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And it's been taken short. Now it's Martinez.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The Netherlands are still that goal to the good. Llorente charging forward down that flank. Forced to go back. Dembele. Haaland looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Bellingham. And he's made sure that's not getting through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Now it's Tura. Konate gets across to intercept that. Rodgers, they're urging him to shoot. And he's there to clear it. Vitinha.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Can he finish? It's in! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
The Netherlands are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Vitinha. Now it's Haaland. And he's worked it through. That's the keeper's ball. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Well, nicely intercepted. João Neves. Chouameni. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Chelsea disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Looking for the run.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Lautaro Martinez. That has been cut short. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And he's cut it out. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Nuno Mendes here, I think, will be very important, Peter, particularly if they...
Matches Cunha! Goal, the Netherlands! And it's the Netherlands who take the lead. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Chance, surely! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. It's Dembele! Oh, it rattles the bar. Nuno Mendes. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well read, nice interception. Bruno Fernandes. João Neves. Tchouaméni.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Rodgers. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Martinez. And here's Neves.
The Netherlands always looking for runners up front here.
Yeah, it is a regular tactic of theirs.
Yeah, it can make life really tough for you from a defensive point of view, having to constantly be on guard with people trying to get in behind.
This is Dembele. Oh, Dembele! It's run. Oh, what has happened here? Vitinha with the cross. Haaland! And he hits the net. A quite incredible smell. They are flying. Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Well, I query, Peter, whether he should have been allowed to do that in the first place, but absolutely nothing wrong with the finish.
The Netherlands are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Knocks it into space. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Chelsea He's having a shot! It's in! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Could be danger here. There's the delivery. Great chance! Oh, that's fabulous! A finish right from the top draw. 2 up now, and they are cruising. That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
If you have that good a connection, you know where that's going to end up, Peter. I think he knew the moment he caught it.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. The Netherlands go up by 2 and are looking good.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
João Neves. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
João Neves cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And here's Højlund. Oh, shooting chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Hoyland certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
The Netherlands have the chance to go the other way. Mendes is the guilty party there. The Netherlands looking forward. Oh no, what has happened here? That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Vitinha, who's set up one goal so far, aimed beyond the defence. Bruno Fernandes. Rogers. And it's Neves. Dembele. That's destined for the flank. And he's managed to get free. They're urging him to shoot. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Has been indicated.
Tries one from range! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And he gets rid in a hurry. Bellingham looking understandably energised after his goal. Tries to play it through. Driving through the middle. That's good to... And we've reached half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Oh, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. Chance! And he's following up! And no mistake! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack. Well, Peter, he's looking particularly sharp.
And certainly on the hunt for his personal treble.
Yeah, and I certainly would...
Goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
The Netherlands are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nuno Mendes. Chouameni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Matheus Cunha. Oh, that's fabulous. Great challenge, time to perfection. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Always goal side, always got a... He's had a shot! Goal! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
Just one in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back. That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed... And the finish! And it's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Substitution for Netherlands, number 19.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
26.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Real chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Number 15, Pulisic. Number 24, Kadri. Number 4, Barella.
Chouameni,
Substitutions taking
well
place.
seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's played it back.
That's good pressure, it gave him no other choice.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Barella, he has found the way through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Not the most convincing of passes.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pulisic. Rice, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Pulisic. Pulisic takes a shot! Goal, the Netherlands! Into the lead once more. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
The Netherlands have their lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end.
Llorente has got himself a free kick. Marmoush did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Kvaratskhelia. Now that looks a decent ball. And the through ball. Marmoush gets flagged offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Bruno Fernandes.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Great defending, strong and determined. Yildiz. Dembele. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Kvaratskhelia.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He's looking wide. Now this could be a chance. Shapes to shoot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Chelsea claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Desperate defending required here. And it's been taken short. He's picked his way through. And a chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we're done. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment.
Just a quick reminder today, please refrain
Thoughts on
from
what we've
talking
just seen?